MacLeod here, back again for another exciting video. I bet you're probably wondering, hey MacLeod, what's this one gonna be, huh? Well, let me tell you. The video is drawing, you idiot! How many times do I have to tell you? Read the title. Look at this, look, you know what this is? It's a canvas. It's a paper. You draw on it like this. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's you. You're like, that's what you're saying to me right now. You're like, yeah, that's the video today. Just drawing. That's it. That's the video. You happy? Better be. Oh yeah, truth cam. You heard of body cams? Well, now you're hearing about the truth cam. Pretty neat, right? I invented it myself. So many of the people who have watched my videos clearly haven't been paying attention to some of the truths I have mentioned earlier, like years ago. Like, did you people not pay attention to my basic course on biology class? It was really easy for you to understand. No, of course you didn't, because you listen to your teachers, and your teachers are like, oh, evolution, I explained perfectly the way the world used to work. Ready to see my indisputable proof? Bam! Right there! That's the truth. Right there on the canvas at this exact moment. The earth used to be covered in oceans of oil and land masses of plastic, and the atmosphere was made of natural gas. It's true. Now I know what some of you are thinking. You're like, oh man, it's truth. My alliance professor, they taught me that evolution, the biogenesis, the random genetic mutation enforced by various factors such as natural selection. Natural selection? More like butthole selection. Never mention that again. Science is a lie. It's a big lie that they teach in the schools, in the classrooms, and by the teachers, the universities, Sunday school, Saturday school, Monday school, Tuesday school, Wednesday school, Thursday school, Friday school, and even on Christmas. Christmas doesn't even exist! They added Christmas on the calendar so they could teach you on it. Oh, you're like, oh man, the truth, I get the day off on Christmas. Or, oh man, the truth, I don't celebrate that holiday. Oh man, the truth, but I never even heard of that holiday. Oh man, the truth, I don't even speak English. Shut up, you idiot! I'm speaking the truth. And you would understand the truth if no matter what language you speak. Because it's the truth. You know what English is? A lie. It's another lie they teach in the schools. Oh, it's English. Oh, have you heard about grammar? Vowels? Oh, look at me, I'm the teacher. That's your teacher. You ever wonder why they do that? Because they're a liar. It's true. Believe the truth. Or you can keep sitting around being an idiot. You ever want to know the truth about astrology? It's a lie. Biology? Lie. Plastic? Oil and natural gas. So let me explain the truth. So you probably think that natural gas is formed through various procedures, geological procedures, the processing of organic material, something like that, something stupid that was made up by an idiot named Thomas Hanks, who thought that for some reason the world was a dinner plate for a giant moon. Where do you people come up with this crap? But it's true. Thomas Hanks, you probably never heard of him. Let me flip the page and present to you a truthful rendition of the lesser spoken, lesser discussed Thomas Hanks. So Thomas Hanks had a big bag of eyes. Like, he was like, cha. So Thomas Hanks was an interesting individual who believed in many things. He believed, for example, in the theory that fish could allegedly do your taxes. He believed that. Now, luckily, no one believed him at this time. That's why he got arrested in 1789, because he tried to evade his taxes. When the police arrested him, he was like, what? You can't arrest me. I'm Thomas Hanks. My fish can do my taxes for me. That's what they did. Look at my goldfish. And here, let me draw his goldfish. The goldfish. I got a big butt. Just kidding, it's my fin. Dirty pervert. He believed this. And was arrested. That should have been the end of his story. But no, instead, Thomas Hanks goes on this tirade against the establishment, against everyone, because Lord have mercy if people decide to have some decency and be against lies being taught to them. So Thomas Hanks went out of his way to go and start forging documents, government documents, public documents, private documents, the works, you name it, you think of it, he did it, he forged them, all in order to convince people that in fact, that the things I'm about to explain to you are not true. If you ever wonder why you don't hear about the things I'm about to say to you, prepare to be prepared for the truth. Feast your ears on this one. Billions of years ago, the earth was covered in oceans of oil, land masses composed of plastic, and an atmosphere of natural gas. Now, life couldn't do much with this. And life, being the picky dimwit that it was, decided to convert the natural gas into other materials like carbon, water, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, dihydrogen monoxide, nitrous oxide, phosphorus, sulfur, hydrogen, helium even. Where do you think your helium balloons come from, huh? Well, you thought they just made that at the store? Well, you thought they pulled that out of the ground? You have been fooled by the lies. This is the truth. It was a long time ago, and no one remembers this because everyone wasn't alive yet, because life was made of oil, natural gas, and plastic. The Thomas Hanks establishment doesn't like this very much. They want to put an end to this oil, natural gas, and plastic. That's why they started their fossil fuel companies. That's why you power your car with gasoline, unless you're a liberal. That's why you power your stove with natural gas, unless you're a liberal. And that's why you make stuff out of plastic all the time, unless you're a Chad and actually make it out of steel or titanium. Titanium's pretty good. I used to eat it for breakfast. Fossil fuel companies are nothing more than massive orchestrated effort to undo all the proof that there is that this truth existed. Because any astute observer would be like, if gas and oil, like you got your gas, you got your oil, you got your plastic, if they're not the cause of life, shouldn't they not be here? But they're here, obviously. But that's what they don't teach you, in school. They teach you lies. Here's you, sitting at your desk in school. You're probably thinking about like, should I jack off today? Probably. Yes, indeed. There's your chair. There's your little legs, because you're like 5 years old, going to school. Can't believe they send 5-year-olds to school. They should have sent anyone to school. The schools are funded by Thomas Hanks. There's Thomas Hanks himself. He's like, believe my story. Because he doesn't want you to know. He doesn't want you to know that all life originally came from plastic, natural gas, and oil. He tries to spin the narrative around, saying, no, natural gas, plastic, oil, in some way came from life. And it's like, how the hell does that make sense? It's the other way around, you idiot. Luckily, you have the man of truth on your side. That's the truth, people. You should know that now. If you don't, you're an idiot. This is you, if you don't know. This is you, if you didn't know. That could be you. The truth is in you. That could be you. You hearing that? Have you ever seen Skrillex's butthole on screen? I don't know why you would. You have to be pretty perverted to see that. I have seen his nutsack though. It was crazy. They once had Skrillex show up, go upside down like this, just like this, took his pants off, and then to show off his nutsack, they drew eyeballs on it, and then they started filming it. They just started filming it. They're like, yep, solid content right there. And then they broadcasted it on national television. You probably think you're familiar with this person right here. Yeah, you probably do. Let me guess what you're gonna say. Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I know that guy, man. That's Ronald Reagan, the 40th president of the United States. My friends and followers, you have been lied to. The truth is, that's not Ronald Reagan. Nope, because Ronald Reagan was in fact a squirrel. It's true. Here's a picture of him right now. Not a lot of people know it's him, but I do. I saw this picture online the other day and I was like, that's the Ronald Reagan. I recognize that ugly mug anywhere. And yet, some idiot was like, yo, this squirrel outside so I took a picture of it. I've explained this before. I explained the story of Ronald Reagan and how he intruded into my building, he broke into my roof, broke to my ceiling itself. He broke to the ceiling, and then he started asking me for money. I told him no. Go back to North Dakota, or wherever the hell you came from. I know what some of you are also thinking, well then if that's not Ronald Reagan, then who the hell is that picture? I'll tell you who it was. It's Galileo, Ronald Reagan's lover. You might be thinking, man of truth, that doesn't sound right. Last time I checked, Galileo Galilei was astronomer who discovered the moons of Jupiter or something. Nope, not true. Galileo was Ronald Reagan's lover. That picture of Jupiter you see, that's not Jupiter. That's just Galileo's dick. That's right, Galileo took a picture of his dick, sent it to the church, and called it science. Galileo's still alive today, running out there. This is him right now. Look at him. Those desperate eyes, desperate for attention from his love, Ronald Reagan. I don't know how you could love Ronald Reagan. That's him looking at that booty. I want the squirrel named Ronald Reagan. The media, of course, had to cover this up. So what do? They lie, like they always do, and they invent the fact that Ronald Reagan was the president. And the picture you see right there is Ronald Reagan. You've been lied to. Bet you feel stupid now, huh? I know you do. Because you don't know the truth. But I do. This is you when you don't know the truth. How about you start listening to the truth, okay? Throughout the many years I have been alive, I have observed many falsehoods that people have claimed to be true, but then never end up being true. 1925. You know that year? I do. That would be the year that it was confirmed that galaxies existed. Galaxies are allegedly these massive collections of gas, dust, stars, planets, and all sorts of other shit spanning thousands or millions of light years across, usually having something like a supermassive black hole in the center of them. Also, there could be this thing called dark matter, which may be helping holding them together, because apparently the supermassive black hole doesn't have enough mass. This mainly was all sparked by this galaxy called the Andromeda Galaxy. That's right, here's its rendition for all the eyes to see. It's one of the main culprits behind this alleged discovery that this thing is there. Look at it. Ooh, on the Andromeda Galaxy. Yeah. I'm a whole whopping 2.2 million light years away from you, because you're ugly. You probably also heard that, there's various galaxies that orbit the Milky Way. Oh, you know what the Milky Way is? That's the galaxy you're in. Here's the Milky Way. It's like, I'm like 120,000 light years across. How big's a light year? Allegedly, how long of a distance light can travel within a year. That means it would take light 120,000 years to cross one end of the Milky Way to the other, and it would take it 2.2 million light years to cross the distance between the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way Galaxy, which means if you ever see the Andromeda Galaxy, it's actually just light that's been there for 2.2 million years. You're seeing it 2.2 million years ago. You weren't even alive that long ago. But you know who was? I was. And I know the truth. The truth is, that's true. You stupid? You don't know the truth from your butthole. That's why all you do is listen to a bunch of shit. What else should I explain to you? Hear about the moon landing? I'm not even gonna touch that one. Truth be told here, what I'm demonstrating now, based off the sightings from your own eyeballs, that's your mother. And if you think that's bad, you should see yourself. So many lies taught through your schools. So many lies taught in your colleges. So many lies taught in your classrooms. So many lies being told to you across the internet. So many lies being told to you on TV. And I bet you didn't consider any of them. Did you? Did you? No, you didn't. You believed it. You believed all of it. Let me tell you about the Cold War. The Cold War allegedly began somewhere around 1945 or maybe 1946 when World War II ended and when the United States got sick of the Soviet Union or something. And the Soviet Union were like, oh, you're ugly. And the United States was like, oh, you're uglier. And then in 1949, the Soviet Union invented their own atomic bombs and was just like, yeah, we got this now. And they went to a nuclear arms race. They kept building bigger and bigger nukes. None of it's true. You've ever heard of the Tsar bomb, huh? That big bomb, 50 megaton TNT explosion, the largest nuke ever detonated in human history. The point is that this bomb was not some propaganda weapon used to deter the United States from attacking because the United States was making advancements in missiles or some shit. No, it wasn't any of that. See, there's the time bombs, like all the shockwaves going up. And then all the mushroom cloud. No, here's me. And then you die. Where should I begin? First off, the Cold War didn't exist. Or at least not in the way you think. The Cold War was in fact a stalemate. It was indeed a stalemate, but not a nuclear one. It was a stalemate between two guys. They were gay, and they had sex. They're like, man, that sucked. Sex is stupid. Then they became asexual. It's true. But that was the Cold War. It was just a stalemate between the two because none of them wanted to talk about it. You hear that? That was the sound of me snorting up the truth! The truth! The nukes! They were not nukes. You ever notice something? You ever notice that a mushroom cloud is always in the shape of a T? a little strange, don't you think? Oh, it's just hot air rising, because the heat from the blast makes a lot of hot air, so the hot air rises, and then also causes it to expand, and then so the air rises up, and then it expands as it goes out, because ooh, that's what they tell you. That's what they tell you. Some debris will be tracked up like this, because as the air goes up, that means there's a vacuum, and so that means air around it is gonna pull in, and it's gonna push the hot air up. Like a hot air balloon. That's what it does. Lies. Nuclear fission doesn't exist. Nuclear fusion doesn't exist. You know what it is? You know what it is? A nuclear bomb harnesses the power of the truth. They take a word of truth, a word like, but it's unleashed. When I say that, I'm holding back a lot. I think that'll wrap it up for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoy my truthical art. I know I only got to display a fraction of my artistic prowess, but just you wait. I'll do another video like this in the future. I think it's a great way to teach the truth to people, because it's what I've been meaning to do anyway. Because you people believe lies all the time. Also, I got 2 subscribers. So it made sense to add another sticker to the paper. Here we go, just like that. Truth out!